On January 21, 2025, the United States officially withdrew from the World Health Organization, following an executive order by President Trump. The U.S. had been the single largest contributor to the WHO, accounting for 16.3% of its $7.89 billion budget for the 2022 to 2023 cycle. This translates to a staggering $1.3 billion annually that the WHO can no longer rely on. Trump had repeatedly accused the organization of being China-centric and ineffective in its response to the COVID-19 pandemic. The loss of U.S. funding represented a significant blow to the organization's ability to carry out its mission of promoting global health and responding to health emergencies. Programs targeting diseases like polio, Ebola, and HIV, which had received substantial funding from the U.S., faced an uncertain future. The withdrawal also cast a shadow over ongoing negotiations for a pandemic treaty, as the U.S. withdrew its participation. The immediate impact of the withdrawal was felt most acutely in countries that rely heavily on WHO support for their health systems. For decades, U.S. contributions to the WHO had been instrumental in advancing global health goals. These funds flowed into a wide range of programs and initiatives, from eradicating polio to combating emerging infectious diseases. The U.S. played a leading role in the global fight against HIV with PEPFAR, the President's Emergency Plan for AIDS Relief, providing billions of dollars to support HIV/AIDS prevention, treatment, and care programs worldwide. The loss of U.S. funding threatened to unravel years of progress in global health. Without adequate resources, the WHO's ability to respond effectively to health emergencies and provide essential health services was severely compromised. The U.S. withdrawal also sent a chilling message to other potential donors, raising concerns about a ripple effect that could further erode funding for global health. The WHO's budget is a complex tapestry woven from two main sources: assessed contributions and voluntary contributions. Assessed contributions are mandatory dues paid by all member states, calculated based on a country's wealth and population. These contributions, however, accounted for only 12% of the WHO's 2022 to 2023 budget, highlighting the organization's heavy reliance on voluntary contributions. Voluntary contributions, as the name suggests, are donations made by governments, private foundations, and other entities. The U.S. withdrawal, which primarily impacted voluntary contributions, exposed the fragility of the WHO's funding model. The over-reliance on a single donor, particularly one as politically volatile as the U.S., had long been a source of concern for global health advocates. Efforts were already underway to increase the proportion of assessed contributions, with a goal of reaching 50% by 2030. However, this goal seemed increasingly ambitious in light of the U.S. withdrawal. Section 4. Stepping up. Other major contributors to global health. Despite the significant financial blow dealt by the U.S. withdrawal, the WHO was not without its supporters. Germany emerged as the second largest contributor in the 2022 to 2023 cycle, pledging $856 million. The Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation followed closely behind with a contribution of $830 million, demonstrating the increasingly important role of philanthropic organizations in global health funding. Other major contributors included Gavi, the Vaccine Alliance, with $481 million, and the European Commission with $468 million. While these contributions were significant, they were unlikely to fully compensate for the loss of U.S. funding in the short term. A new financing mechanism, launched in late 2024, had shown promise, attracting nearly $4 billion in new funding from a diverse group of donors. This initiative aimed to create a more sustainable and predictable funding stream for the WHO, reducing its reliance on traditional donors. Section 5. A myopic decision, long-term consequences and expert opinions. The long-term consequences of the U.S. withdrawal from the WHO remain uncertain, but experts warn of potentially dire consequences for global health governance. Suhri Moon, director of the Global Health Center, cautioned that while a U.S. withdrawal would be painful, it would be survivable for the WHO. The decision to proceed with the withdrawal was seen by many as short-sighted and potentially detrimental to global health security. The withdrawal also raised concerns about the U.S.'s commitment to multilateralism, and its willingness to cooperate with other nations on pressing global challenges. The decision to appoint Robert F. Kennedy Jr., a known vaccine skeptic, as health secretary, further fueled these concerns. His skepticism towards vaccines raised serious doubts about the U.S.'s ability to play a constructive role in global health. The future of global health hinged on the ability of the international community to bridge these divides and forge a new path forward.